What's going on, everybody? It's Wilhelm Scream, and welcome back to the channel for more Destiny 2 news and intel. Today, once again, is Friday, so we have our Friday weekly update. XUR has returned, as well as Trials of Osiris. So as always, I'll give you a rundown on those two things, as well as all the other farms and glitches that you can use heading into the weekend if you haven't had a chance to play very much this week. There's a lot going on this week, so we'll try to touch on all of it. Certainly some really good glitches, as well as some amazing builds. So again, I'll try to cover all that information, as well as check in on all our other favorite vendors, one of which has a completely broken weapon for sale today that you probably want to pick up if you haven't had a chance to previously. But if you enjoy this information, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. It really helps out a lot. You can also follow me on Instagram. It'll be linked in the description box down below. Remember, all of those things will give you entries into future giveaways on this channel, and we do one every 1,000 subscribers, so you never want to miss out. And when we reach 100,000 subscribers on the channel, we'll be giving away a new console or a video card if you play on PC. Always interested to hear all your thoughts and comments down below, and those will also give you another entry into the next giveaway, or you can leave a hashtag Archie, or stick around till the end of the video for the secret hashtag you can leave in the comment section as well to be entered in a second time for that next giveaway for this video. And remember, those stack between all videos, so if you haven't done this on a previous piece of content on this channel, you can always go back, check out another video, and of course, do it again. Alright, so on to XUR first. What has old Spaghetti Face Brofrost, hashtag Spaghetti Face in the comments section for another entry into the next giveaway. We have the Shinobu's Vow for the Hunter class with a 62 roll. We have the Omnioculus with a 60 roll. For the Titans, we have the Aeon Safe with a 63 roll. We also have the Abeyant Leap, probably saying it incorrectly. Let me know how to say it in the comments section down below for another entry into that next giveaway. Of course, we have the Orphidian Aspect, as well as the Mantle of Battle Harmony for the Warlock. 60 and 60 roll all the same. Remember, you can change the rolls on some of these weapons, though I believe it's only for new armor, excuse me, not weapons, armor, if you change your ghost mod. So I think this one, if I were to change my ghost mod, might actually switch the rolls, but you can still do that. Just go to your ghost mod and they should change, though not all of them. It's sort of a weird thing, but it is a feature that maybe just hasn't been flushed out so much. This one would also, I think, change. You can also, of course, get exotic class items. If you have strange coins, you can farm out as many as you want. Remember, you still need to do dual destiny in order to first acquire the exotic class items, and you can farm them from any source, but they will become available again to claim from the Festival of the Lost. So once you claim them during Festival of the Lost, it'll essentially be the same thing as doing the dual destiny mission. For strange gear offers, we have a Hawkmoon with Quick Draw as well as Smooth Grip. We have the Sweet Business. We have the Trinity Ghoul, okay. We have the Two-Tailed Fox, alright. We have a Prospector Catalyst, and we have a Colony Catalyst. So all the grenade launcher heavy catalysts available this week. As far as exotic gear goes, for the weapons, I would pick up the Trinity Ghoul. I could actually imagine it being pretty good at the moment. Bows, I know, got a really big buff when Edge of Fate launched, but I haven't seen that many people using them. However, Arc subclass, or excuse me, the Arc aspect on the Prismatic Warlock at the moment is pretty busted. Jolt in general for Arc buddies is really busted at the moment. So the Getaway Artist in this, I think, could be really good. There's also a mod for almost all the portal activities that revolves around you just using bows, and it gives you a really big bump. It's not a mod, it's a player stake, excuse me. But this might be good for that. The Two-Tailed Fox has also always been kind of a broken heavy, so might be worth picking up. For legendary weapons, we have a Farewell with Heating Up and Multi-Kill Clip, old school sidearm. We have a Hung Jury with Offhand Strike, Firefly, and Stunning Recovery, okay. We have a Breachlight, which can be enhanced with Demolitionist, Hatchling, and Cast No Shadows. I believe that's the origin trait. Might be pretty good in PvE. Always love the Hatchlings trait, you can get enhanced hatchlings with this. We have the Number auto rifle with surplus and one for all. We have a bug out of bag with threat detector, swashbuckler, and the disaster plan. I also believe that's a origin trait. We have the palindrome and adept version with recycled energy, opening shot, and stunning recovery. This is an adept enhanced version, so this is about as good a palindrome as you'll ever get. This was a GM Nightfall weapon, only available on the GM Nightfall, so if you don't have one of these, I would seriously recommend picking it up. Very good origin traits as well, and opening shot. And this actually is, I think, also, or has gotten a bit of a buff, or maybe a buff to its auto aim. I can't remember, but they're trying to make it a little bit more of a PvP weapon like it used to be. But with opening shot, this will not do you wrong in PvP. Maybe not in, you know, the endgame PvP like Trials of Osiris, but still a very good palindrome to have if you don't have one. We have an Eng Transit with sticky grenades, chain reaction, and frenzy, and the indomitability origin trait. Okay, this one can also be enhanced. We have a falling guillotine with balance guard, chain reaction, surrounded, and also indomitability. This one can also be enhanced. This is actually a pretty good falling guillotine. And then we have the eyes unveiled, which can also be enhanced with perfect float, reservoir burst, and the Whirling vessel origin trait, a linear fusion rifle here. I can't remember. This used to be, I think, pretty good. But a few enhanced weapons and adept enhanced weapons. So remember, you can also get any of these weapons as well as a whole bunch of other things from the strange weapons engram. I think anything in XUR'S pool can potentially drop from this at any time. Same thing with the exotic engrams as far as the weapons are concerned. Maybe we'll just buy one really quick and see what happens. Oh, of course, it just does that. Let me go buy one of these. Oh, I got a sales by pitch glass. Okay. Also remember, over on our other strange gear offers page, we have our Favor of the Nine buff to pick up for more strange coins, so you can buy more stuff, of course. We have an Ascendant Alloy for 23 strange coins. We have 7 Enhancement Cores for 7 strange coins, 17 Enhancement Cores for 29 strange coins, 50,000 Glimmer for 7 strange coins, 41,000 Glimmer for 11 strange coins. Interesting. Then we have Raid Banners for 17 strange coins. We have our strange gift offers. We have our Exotic Cipher quest if you're looking to, I think, complete Guardian rank 7, you're going to need one of these, or maybe it was Guardian rank 8, but you're going to need to do one of these at one point. And that is going to conclude all the information regarding XUR today. Now we're going to make our way up to the other vendors in the tower, but before we do, we'll just cover Trials really quick. Over on our Crucible tab, Trials of Osiris. We have the Auric Disabler as our featured weapon this week, and the map is the Javelin 4. So, good luck in there. Old school map. I actually do have one of these weapons myself, and it is, I would say, very good for a kinetic auto rifle. I kind of tandem it out with, I have the Adept Char, but if I'm having to run something, oh, it's a Strand, excuse me, Strand auto rifle. Yes, a very good one. I have one with Dragonfly and Kill Clip, I believe, is the one that I like to use. Yep. Can throw on, oh, this one has a range master. I forget what I have sometimes, but this is a very good auto rifle in the kinetic slot. So good luck farming that out this weekend in Trials of Osiris. Remember, Trials is much easier now if you get a simple Lighthouse passage. You don't have to get 7 wins on a card, or excuse me, 7 wins in a streak. You just have to get 7 wins total, and you get to go to the Lighthouse. Over at Banshee 44 today. And for this week, we've had the Adamantite in its enhanceable form. This one was released, I'm trying to remember, it was right before the most recent DLC, before Edge of Fate. This one with Demolitionist, Recycled Life, and Willing Vessel. I'm not going to try to pronounce the name of this one, well, maybe I will. Neopanopolis. It's completely wrong. It's so wrong. You can let me know in the comment section down below. how to pronounce that, but we have one of these bows, also enhanceable. We have the Staccato 46. We have the Sojourner's Tail. Someone told me it's not a J, it's a Y. Sojourner's Tail. Okay, that makes more sense. This one with Threat Detector and Killing Wind. We have the Sen Nua S16. Perfect Float, Headstone, and Amalon Fluid Dynamics is the origin trait. And then we have the Thin Precipice with Enduring Guard, Relentless, Unrelenting, and Chain Reaction, and the Unsatiated Hunger origin trait. And on our Focus Decoding, something that will help you out in Trials this weekend and help any novice in any Crucible type at the moment, get a crate from the Viced Decoding. This is the most broken weapon in the game if you can get it with Adagio. It is a 720 round per minute auto rifle, but the Adagio trait does not drop off the rounds per minute on this weapon. So you just get a 30% damage buff on a 720 RPM auto rifle. This thing destroys. It is the best auto rifle in the game, in my opinion, currently at the moment, and probably sort of the secret meta weapon, I think. I don't understand why I don't actually hear more people talk about it, but it is absolutely busted. So pick this up whenever it's available. It's the only auto rifle that I know of that actually has this particular broken perk in Adagio, and I think it's because it's comboed with Vice Stinger, and for some reason, even though Vice Stinger is only supposed to increase the draw time for bows, I think it actually just increases or keeps the rounds per minute sort of high on this weapon, so the damage drop-off or the rounds per minute drop-off that you get when you get the damage bonus of Adagio is just counteracted by Vice. I don't really know exactly, but it's what I think's happening. Anyway, it's an amazing auto rifle. I use it for everything. It's just crazy, honestly, that more people don't talk about it. And then lastly, before we get into a couple of other topics as far as glitches are concerned, over at Commander Zavala, remember to pick up your scout rifle this week. And if you're looking for any of the Last Discipline Vestment armor set, now's the time to pick it up, or at least before Tuesday's reset. Also, over at Eververse this week, remember to pick up your free Bright Dust. A couple of things. And there was some amazing stuff this week. We have the free animated shader. This is a really cool shader. I was able to pick this up the last time it was available, but part of an exclusive set, so make sure to grab that if you don't have it. We also have a couple other decent items. Not a huge fan of that shader. But we did have the Kemper Research Model ship, which is, I think, a very cool one. We had the Hexer Hood Ornament available. Anybody ever watch Battlestar Galactica? Yeah, it's definitely given that vibe. We have the Dance-Off emote, and then down for our other Bright Dust page, we have the Mag Spike for the Graviton Spiker, which is very cool, and I am also going to pick this up. We have the Demon Flight ship. You might have seen me fly in on today. Excellent looking ship. We also had the Malware Cowl Ornament, which is also super cool. So actually, I bought a lot of stuff this week. We also have the Pyame emote, which I think I also have to pick this up as well. Yeah, it's 4,000 Bright Dust, but hey, when you're flush with it, use it. Also, any of these other shaders, if you haven't had a chance to, the Atlantic Rush is a cool one. And now, on to some glitches. So, one recap. I had a lot of people actually ask me about this when I did talk about it previously, but there is a upgrade glitch for your, well, at least to help you save on those dreaded unstable cores. So what you're going to want to do is head over to weapons, down to your scout rifle. If I can find it again, you want to pick up one of these, the Braytech scout rifles. They're super old, and what you can do with this particular weapon is no matter how many times you upgrade it, it will only ever cost one enhancement core. Now, as most people know, it costs more unstable cores the further the upgrade is. So the more power you're upgrading, so if you're going from, say, if you're going from 490 to 493, that's not that much of a cost. But if you're going from, say, 400 to 493, it's much greater. So with this weapon, you can actually just upgrade for an enhancement core on anything. It doesn't matter how great the upgrade is. So if you're upgrading something and you don't want to spend that extra cost of the total, you can just upgrade this, and then you'll have a very low cost. You'll still eventually end up spending enhancement cores, but just not nearly as many. Might spend the difference between 2,000 or maybe 100. But just an interesting little glitch. Use it while you can. We also have a sniper damage glitch. So if you head down to your artifact and you put on the Unstoppable Sniper mod, this is giving, I believe it's a 30% damage buff to sniper damage, just right off the top. It's not doing that with any other weapon, just snipers. The sniper can't have any other champion origin trait on it, otherwise it won't work, because Unstoppable and that counter each other out, or it counters out Unstoppable, and you can't have two perks on a sniper or a exotic anymore, which is, I think, kind of dumb. But in any case, you can do that with, say, like the Icebreaker. So while this is available, Icebreaker might be crazy meta. And then, of course, if you haven't had a chance to, I'm sure you might have seen one video on this, the Getaway Artist is the Warlock go-to and pretty much the best build in the game at the moment. Warlocks are now the best, I think the most strong class in the game with Getaway Artist again. Just because now all of your arc buddies that you can create with Getaway Artist essentially count as grenades, and they chain arc damage. They chain your jolt. So if you run a Prismatic Warlock with Getaway Artist, I mean, your choice is really anything you want, so long as you have the arc grenade. You can run Helion. This is what I can't really show you at the moment, but yeah, and you need, I believe it's the facet of Devotion. Can't remember. There's one facet that you need on the Warlock, but anyway, have fun with that. Just thought I'd cover it briefly, and maybe if you're interested in a more in-depth build from me, you can let me know in the comment section down below. But that is going to conclude all the information in today's video. Hopefully you found something in this video helpful or informative. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe, as I said before. If you've watched till this point in the video, you can leave a hashtag XUR or a hashtag Archie, as I said before, in the comment section for another entry into the next giveaway. Hope everybody has a great weekend, and as always, I'm Wilhelm Scream. Of course, we will see you next time. Later!